From the dawn of humanity, we have gazed at the stars and pondered the mysteries of existence. Where did it all begin? Who or what set the universe in motion? And perhaps most enigmatic of all, where did God come from? These questions have echoed through millennia, whispered by philosophers and pondered by theologians. The human mind, hardwired for meaning and purpose, naturally seeks answers to these profound inquiries. The challenge lies in the very nature of these questions. They delve into the realm of the infinite, the eternal, the very essence of being. Our finite minds, bound by time and space, struggle to grasp such vast concepts. And yet, the pursuit itself holds immense value, leading us on a journey of spiritual discovery. Some might argue that these questions are ultimately unanswerable, that we are destined to remain forever in the dark about such matters. But within the human spirit, there exists an unyielding thirst for knowledge, a yearning to comprehend God. It is this yearning that has fueled countless religious and spiritual traditions, each offering its own perspectives and insights. Jesus, the enigmatic figure at the heart of Christianity, offered profound teachings that continue to resonate with billions today. While he did not provide a detailed cosmological framework or a step-by-step explanation of God's origins, his words offer glimpses into the nature of God and our relationship with it. Jesus spoke of God as Father, emphasizing a bond of love, intimacy, and dependence. This concept, revolutionary in its time, painted a picture of a God who is not distant and unknowable, but rather deeply involved in the lives of his creation. Parables, those simple yet profound stories that characterize Jesus' teachings, often hinted at the kingdom of heaven, a realm beyond human comprehension. The mustard seed, small yet capable of growing into a large tree, illustrated the expansive nature of faith. The lost sheep, found and returned to the fold, spoke of God's relentless love for even the most wayward of souls. Through these stories, Jesus invited his followers to approach God with a sense of childlike wonder and trust. He stressed the importance of humility, of recognizing our limitations in the face of the infinite. Blessed are the meek, he proclaimed in his Sermon on the Mount, for they shall inherit the earth. This message, radical in its simplicity, challenged the prevailing wisdom of the time, which often equated power and dominance with greatness. Jesus instead pointed to a different path, one marked by humility, compassion, and a willingness to surrender to a power greater than ourselves. Jesus' emphasis on childlike faith speaks volumes about the posture we must adopt when contemplating the origins of God and the universe. Children unburdened by years of skepticism and intellectualization possess an innate capacity for wonder and awe. They ask questions with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, accepting the unknown with open arms. It is this same spirit of open-minded curiosity that we must cultivate if we are to approach God. Intellectual pride can be a stumbling block on the spiritual path. We may be tempted to believe that our finite minds can fully grasp the infinite, that we can reason our way to a complete understanding of God. But this, Jesus seemed to suggest, is a futile endeavor. God, by his very nature, transcends our limited human categories. It is only when we approach these mysteries with a sense of humility, recognizing the vastness of what we do not know, that we open ourselves to true spiritual insight. This does not mean abandoning reason or intellect altogether. Faith and reason are not antithetical, rather they can complement and enrich one another, but we must acknowledge the limits of our rational minds and approach God with a sense of wonder, recognizing that we are but children, gazing upon the vast ocean of eternity. As we continue our spiritual journey, we come upon a theme that resonates deeply within Christianity, the concept of God's love. This love speaks to the heart of Christian experience, transcending geographical and doctrinal boundaries. In Christianity, God's love is epitomized in the life and teachings of Jesus Christ, who embodied unconditional love and compassion. His message was clear: love your neighbor as yourself and love your enemies, for love is the essence of God. The parable of the Good Samaritan teaches us to show mercy and compassion to all, regardless of their background. Jesus demonstrated God's love through acts of service, such as washing the feet of his disciples, showing that true greatness lies in humility and service to others. The ultimate expression of God's love in Christianity is seen in the crucifixion, where Jesus sacrificed himself for the salvation of humanity. His resurrection symbolizes the triumph of love over death, offering hope and eternal life to believers. This love is not possessive but selfless, extending even to those who might wish us harm. The Bible frequently speaks of God's mercy and compassion, describing God's love as agape, unconditional love. Christian worship often highlights the transformative power of God's love, expressed through hymns and prayers. These expressions of God's love remind us that despite our differences, we are connected by a common spiritual thread. Love, in its highest form, is a reflection of God. It calls us to transcend our ego, to see the sacred in one another, and to act with compassion and kindness. As we ponder the vastness of the universe and the mystery of God, let us remember that love is the bridge that connects us to God and to each other. It is through love that we can catch a glimpse of eternity, experiencing God not just as an abstract concept, but as a living, breathing presence in our lives. In the end, the journey towards understanding God is not just an intellectual endeavor, but a deeply personal and emotional one. It is a journey of the heart, guided by the light of God's love that shines brightly within the Christian faith. As we draw near the end of our spiritual journey, we find ourselves looking inward, reflecting on the path we've traversed. The quest for understanding the universe and God is not only about external exploration, but also about the profound personal growth we undergo along the way. Each step, each revelation, and each moment of introspection has shaped us, bringing us closer to our true selves and to the essence of Jesus' teachings. The teachings of Jesus, the power of prayer, and the journey of faith have illuminated our path, offering wisdom and guidance. Through the words of Jesus, we find the strength to love, to forgive, and to seek truth. Yet, the most transformative aspect of this journey is the realization that God is not a distant entity, but an integral part of our own being. God resides within us in our capacity to love, to forgive, and to seek truth. This journey within is marked by moments of doubt and clarity, of struggle and peace. It is a journey that challenges us to confront our deepest fears and to embrace our highest aspirations. It calls us to shed our ego, to transcend our limitations, and to connect with the God spark that lies within each of us. In doing so, we discover that the answers to the eternal questions are not found in distant realms, but in the quiet, sacred spaces of our own hearts. As we reflect on this journey, let us remember that personal growth is a continuous process. The quest for understanding the universe and God is never truly complete. It is an ever-evolving journey of discovery and transformation. Each moment, each experience, and each act of love brings us a step closer to God, deepening our understanding and enriching our lives. In the end, the journey within is a testament to the power of faith, love, and self-discovery. It reminds us that we are not alone in our quest. We are part of a vast, interconnected tapestry of existence, bound together by the threads of God's love. As we continue to seek, to learn, and to grow, let us carry with us the light of this journey, illuminating our path and the paths of others. May this journey inspire us to live with compassion, to act with kindness, and to strive for a deeper understanding of God within ourselves and the universe. For in this journey, we find not only the answers to our questions, but also the true essence of our being, a reflection of God, ever present and ever guiding us towards the light. Thank you for joining us on this spiritual journey. Until next time, may your path be filled with love, wisdom, and the eternal light of God.